Hello, everybody. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. My name is the Brandt. Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello. It is bright and early in the morning on release day for Gambit and Rogue here. So we got both of these in store. These should be available at your local retailer there at the portal right now, $16.99 each. So we're going to play a little of these two heroes so we can see what they're like. And of course, if we have X-Men, we need to play my personal favorite X-Men scenario, the Night of the Sentinels, which I think is called Project Wide Awake. That is my favorite scenario, so we're going to go up against that one. It's actually a pretty awesome day for card gamers, I guess, like me, because not only are we getting the new Champions packs, but also it is My Hero Academia set for pre-release today. So that is awesome. So that 4 set comes out. So later today, you can join me and Sean O'Brien from Rochester CCG, and we're going to do a live chat just about set 4, what we're excited about, all the pre-release events that we're doing at our various stores, and whatnot. So I know a lot of you are here for Champions, may not be as interested in My Hero, but you know it's there. Maybe it's something you want to put on in the background later today while you're working or whatever you're doing. Good morning, Nolan. Good morning, CN Spartan. Thanks for joining me. I see there's lots of people out there, so hello, hello. I hope your day is going wonderfully thus far. You may just be waking up and shaking your head. I am a morning person. I thought about actually streaming these last night, and it would have been like 10 o'clock, and I was like, I'm just not a night person. So I thought bright and early was the way to go. Yes, you can catch me here now, and then like I said, later today at 1 o'clock. Also, new games are starting to pour in, so we'll start to get some more games on the channel as well. Coming up next week and whatnot. And and another game of Champions. I think we're going to maybe try some more Alter Ego here. So, so we got these 2 packs. We got the Gambit pack, and he comes in Justice. And we've got the Rogue pack, and she comes in Protection. Each one comes with a few extra cards, as well as a modular set, and a few extra cards in each pack. They kind of been around. I think you can go find those. You can go to Hall of Heroes. You can find some other videos of people unboxing them. So I'm just going to play here, I think, instead. But definitely check these 2 out if you can. And then we don't know where Marvel Champions is at. We don't have any other announcements after this, so we'll have to wait a little while. Maybe we'll get a little reprieve. We can go back and play some of our old favorites, mix some things in, while we wait for the hype train to pick up again. But there's so much to do with Marvel Champions. So many other things, taking these cards. And Rogue herself just feels like you could go all over the place. All right, so speaking of, let me at least read these cards to you. So here is Rogue. Here is her Alter Ego ability. Set your touched upgrade aside. And then she has an ability called Withdrawn, Forced. After you change this form, set touched aside. So that's pretty easy. She's got a 3 recovery, 11 health. 6 hand size, 5 hand size on hero size. She's 2/2/2. And she has Skin Contact. Action. Attach touch to another character. You gain each of the attached character's traits until the end of the round. Limit once per round. Force response. After the player phase begins, find touched and set it aside. So you get it for that turn. And touched says, if touch is attached to a minion, Rogue's attacks gain overkill. A villain, she gains Retaliate 1. An ally, she gains the Aerial trait. And if attached to a hero, she gains Stalwart. All right. And then we got Remy LeBeau over here. And he is 9 health, 6 hand sizer, 3 recovery. He is a Thief Extraordinaire. So he has an action, Thwart, exhaust Remy LeBeau, and look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Discard one of those cards. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the number of boost icons on that card. So you can remove threat from that side. And then he is a 1/2/3 on this side. 5 hand sizer, and he has Charge Descard. Place 1 charge counter here, limit once per round, and then throw Descard. When you play an attack interrupt, remove up to 3 charge counters from here. That event deals +1 damage for each counter removed. Awesome. So that's what we are looking at here. Hello to everyone out there. Let's run down to the table. So I've got Night of the Sentinels set up here with the Sentinels shuffled in. Nothing fancy. We're just going to play on standard because we're going to play with their precons. I know there's some people who don't enjoy precons, but I think they're good just to get used to what the cards are and to focus on those cards they put in the packs and whatnot. We've got our 4 set-aside captive allies here. We've got Abduction Protocols, which has 4 threat on it and a crisis icon. We've got Mutants at the Mall, which has an acceleration. When we defeat it, we're going to search for a Sentinel and reveal it. Then we're going to flip this card, which has Jubilee on it. We've got Operation Zero Tolerance, which the main scheme is telling us is permanent. So whenever an enemy attacks and defeats an ally, we have to place that ally here. And if we have 3 + 2, 5 under here, we lose. And then this has 2 threat on it. When it gets to 10 threat in a 2-player game, we will take the top card of the first player's deck. And the first player, yep, and put it under here, and then remove 10 threat from it. Hello, Lucas. Oh, yeah. Hello, Yoda's Hut. Nothing wrong with trying out the precon. Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. All right. So let's see. Did we shuffle? I'm not sure how well these are shuffled. I better give it a good shuffle. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, an exciting day. So I have these to play with. I've got the... I've got my pre-release for set 4, so I'll have cards for that. And I put up a video, too, of me opening a box for my hero. I'll try to get that up today or tomorrow. So you can see some of those cards if you're interested. And then I just got Sky Tear Hordes in, which is the, like, solo co-op. I don't know, it's 1, 2, or 3 players version of Sky Tear. Sky Tear was one of the first games we covered on the channel, so... exciting. They have a new mode. It's like a miniatures battler game. All right, so 6 cards here. We've got Iceman. We've got 2 Unflappables. We've got a Superpower Adaptation and a Beauty and the Thief. So we're going to get rid of this Preemptive Strike and Unflappable, and we're going to draw 2 more cards. All right, Southern Cross. I will read these to you as I play them, but I don't think I'll go through all of them one at a time. All right, we'll shuffle up his deck here as well. There is a tough status card on this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See what we got here. We've got some Creole Charmer, some Operative Skill, 2 Stealth Strikes. There are no minions, so we're going to toss that one. And Rogue. We'll just leave her because she's a wild resource. Another Beauty and the Thief. What can we do with this? Gambit and Rogue. Deal 4 damage to enemy. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. Well, those might be key. And Professor X. Wow. There's a lot of cost here. All right. So let's see. So that's going to be our first goal, is to get rid of some of those so we can get allies in play and whatnot. If touch is attached to a friendly character, search its owner's disco pile for an event that belongs to the same classification as that character. Add that event to your hand. All right, so if we attach this to Remy, then we would get... You know, it says minion, villain, ally, hero. What if it's attached to an alter ego? It does nothing? Is hero... So what does it do attached to an alter ego? I wonder. I guess it does nothing, or you can't attach it. Attach to another character. Interesting. Huh. All right. We got Iceman here. We got this Beauty and the Thief, which seems really good. But we can't play all of these. We also have Unflappable if we want to try to defend. Southern Cross. Deals 6 damage to an enemy. If Rogue has the aerial trait, this attack deals 2 additional damage. Retaliate, stun that enemy. Oh, if she has Retaliate, then stun the enemy. If she has Stalwart, draw 1 card. Okay. Alright, so that's why we could deal damage. So this one's really going to be the one that gets rid of ours. So if we play these 2, we could hold Iceman. And that could be an option. Or we could hold the Not Today. But it seems fun to get Iceman in play. Enters play with 3 freeze counters on him. After a minion enters play, remove 1 freeze counter from my Iceman and stun that minion. That seems pretty good in this scenario. So let us flip up. And then we will use Superpower Adaptation to play Unflappable. And then we could play Iceman, but I think our better bet is this Beauty and the Thief. So we're going to have to wait until he flips up. We'll thwart for 2. That's actually interesting. We're going to get rid of 4 there. We're going to get rid of 4 there. So we really don't need to thwart. So we'll just get rid of this tough status card. And we can attach touched as an action, right? So if we attach it to him, we gain stalwart. If we attach it to them, we gain retaliate. So we'll attach it to the villain here. And gain retaliate. All right. Remy. So I do have this ability that I can discard and get rid of cards. I exhaust myself. I don't think I'm going to need to do that. So I can get out my staff. Unfortunately, it's the same thing. I can't get Professor X, but the confuse isn't as big a deal here. So what is this Creel Charm? Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat, confuse the villain. And that is Alter Ego. Or we could get this operative skill into play. That's probably our best way to go. So this is going to increase all our thwarts by 1. So we're going to put 3 counters. When you thwart, remove 1 from here. That thwart removes 1 additional threat. We'll flip up to Gambit and play Beauty and the Thief. So that's our team up. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. So we'll bring him down to 28. And then we remove 4 threat from a scheme. So we'll get rid of this Abduction Protocols. And we shuffle and we put a captive ally into play. So we've got Cannonball. Alright, so Cannonball takes 1 fewer consequential damage after attacking and defeating a minion. And then we will... What do we want to hold on to? We're going to hold on to Iceman, right? So we're going to spend these 2 to play another Beauty and the Thief over here. Max 1 per deck. So we'll deal 4 damage, bring him to 24. What? Include the double resources? Steve didn't put them in his. Gotcha. They're in here. I'm not sure how he forgot them. I think I saw at the beginning he was saying, oh, I'll grab some from another place or something. And he must have missed it. All right, so this is going to be gone. And then we're going to get rid of mutants at the mall. Get rid of 4 threat there. So the first player has to search the encounter deck for a Sentinel minion and reveal it. So we'll put this one into play. Oh, you know what we should have done? Had we been smart, is we should have gotten rid of this one first, right? That's okay. We'll live with it. We should have gotten rid of this one first and then dealt the 4 damage here to get rid of this one. But we didn't, so we won't cheat there. All right, still my turn over here. We've got her. We can spend a lightning to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Oh, that would have been smart too. Do we have a lightning we could hold? We don't, so... All right, so no worries about Jubilee, and then Cannonball will, I guess, just attack this one for 2, so we could kill it. Oh, and I never used Gambit. So look, I'll have Gambit attack for 2, and then I'll have Cannonball attack for 2 and defeat this enemy, so we're good either way. Yeah, I would imagine he did not have a 40-card deck if he did that. He was so excited to play. He was so eager for joy. All right, Jubilee will be my first player token now. We'll ready everything up, and away we go. I forget that you got to play slow when you're reading all the new cards and explaining everything. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Away we go. I assume my sound is good and everything. I actually had to take everything down and then set it back up. And I didn't think to ask everybody, but I imagine people would be saying, oh my gosh, oh, what is happening? Why is the sound so awful? If it was poor. All right, we got a lot of alter ego thwarting here. We've got my guild armor and natural agility. When you defend against an attack, place a charge counter on Gambit. Oh yeah, what was I supposed to do? Once per turn, place a charge counter. I was like, wait a second. All right. When you defend against an attack, place a charge counter on him. For each charge counter on him, you get +1 defense for that attack. So I can block for 5. I think I'll do that. All right, so he is going to add 2 threat here. They, I assume, they're robots, right? So they will attack here for 2. I'm just going to take it. 2 plus 1 is 3. Where are my cards? Everything good for you to see? All right. So 2 plus 1 is 3. I go to 8, retaliate 1. It's at 23. And then he is attacking here. And I will defend and play natural agility. So I gain a counter. And I defend for 5. 2 plus 2 is 4. I am good. That is my guild business card. Guild business card. And I think that's it. So then we get encounter cards. 1 here is an advance. Yikes. 2 plus 0. Well, we'll take that. And that's going to be at 6. Come on, 5. And then over here, we're going to draw Shadow of the Past. Woohoo! Gotta have fun, right? All right, so here's Belladonna. Here's the Assassin's Guild. I'm cursed by Steve. You shouldn't have mentioned him here. Sound is good. All right. He still beat Claw without him. Yep, that sounds like him. All right, so Belladonna comes in. She quick strikes. After she attacks and defeats a character, place 2 threat on the main scheme. Rude. After she attacks and defeats a character. All right, so she's going to attack me for 3. Here. Could also block and get rid of her tough. I think I'm actually going to do that. So I'm going to have Rogue defend. She blocks for 1, but then has retaliate, so we'll get rid of her tough. And then over here we have the Assassin's Guild with 4 threat on it. It doesn't increase per player. After an assassin minion attacks and defeats a character, place 2 threat here. All right. So this, she would have come in first, and then this would have come in, so even if it happened, it wouldn't have mattered. Well, we don't want things defeating things because of Operation Zero Tolerance, so we should be in good shape. Hey, when I'm playing the game for the first time, I want Shadows of the Past. I think it's fun to see the cards. I know a lot of people do not like them, but I'm here for it. All right, this is anytime, so I can do this if I am the spy or the thief. Oh, I can play it in either then. All right, so I will use my Creole Charmer, although let me see. How am I going to defeat her? Oh, this touched goes back, right? I didn't defend for 0 ever. Karma can take an elite minion, a non-elite minion, so I can't take control of her. I've got a lot of defense here. 6 damage, so I could just defeat her with this, huh? Although if I can hit 2, 4... I don't have the 1 other damage, huh? Alright, well, let's play Breaking and Entering. And we will use our operative skill. Use this unlimitedly. So I'll increase this by 1. So this is just play if you have thief or spy. So I have the thief identity here. I'm also going to do my action to add 1 counter. And I remove 3 threat from a scheme, and then I will pump it up 1 so I can remove 4 to get rid of this one. Actually, do I even care about that one right now? I don't think so. I think I'd rather do this. Oops. Then I will use my Creole Charmer to play Gambit's Guild Armor. And I will have Jubilee Thwart and Cannonball Thwart. Just get rid of the threat on the main scheme, and I'll flip Gambit down. So they'll each take 1. All right, cool. Then I'm going to attach Touched here with her, so she gains Overkill. And then I'm going to play Southern Cross. So Southern Cross says, deal 6 damage to an enemy. If Rogue has... Oh, darn it. If she has Aerial, she doesn't. What does she have? Just Overkill. All right. So I don't deal any additional. So I deal 5 here, or 6 here, and 1 is Overkill. And I assume Touch just comes back to me. 22. All right, we'll hold Iceman again. Although I'm wondering, should I hold one of these defense cards? Like Preemptive Strike? Let's do that instead. Well, no. We're going to have all these Sentinels. We want to get Iceman out. We'll get allies. We'll hold this one. All right. Draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. How am I doing? He played Gamora all 5 games. Wow. He must really like Gamora. She is good. I am not doubting that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This card is nuts. Molecular Acceleration. It's got 2 resources, a lightning and a physical, an energy and a physical. And then when you spend it, you place a charge counter on Gambit. I mean, wow. Double resources in his deck and gets the charge counter, which is his main mechanism. That card is silly. It's a silly card. All right. Over here, he's going to scheme for 2. It's going to go to 5. I did increase it by 1 here. And then over here, they are going to attack. And we will defend. Oh, that's interesting that this then is not on them. They'll draw a you are stunned. If you are already stunned, take 2 damage. So I will be stunned. That is a perfect defense. I take no damage. Unflappable triggers, draws me armor. All right, and then we each get a card. Over here, we get Warn the Others. So after your turn ends, place this card face down under Operation Zero Tolerance. Exhaust your identity, discard this card. And we get an advance. Yikes. 2 plus 1 is 3 to go to 8. All right, past Jubilee over here. First thing first, I'm just going to have Remy exhaust and get rid of Warn the Others because we don't want to deal with that. Ah, he only has Gamora and Galaxy's Most Wanted. Well, it makes sense. I mean, Gamora's great. She really is. All right, we've got Bulletproof Bell. When an enemy with touch attached to it attacks, prevent all damage from that attack and gain a tough status card. Wow. Okay. Wow. Well, that's a card. Go in Rogue. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If Rogue has arrow, remove 2 additional threat. Okay. Armor comes into play with a tough status card, and then X Gene is generate a resource for an identity-specific event. Okay. So we could... Yep. All right. So this touch could attach here to Cannonball. Then I gain Aerial. I don't really see the connection there. I'll play Go in Rogue, and I can remove 5 threat from a scheme. I wonder if I just let that thing pop once. Sorry, I will use this Bulletproof Bell instead. I mean, I really like those cards. Then I will spend Preemptive Strike to have Jubilee deal 2 damage without taking a consequential. I will flip here. Oh, I'm stunned. Did I attack when I was stunned? No. I'll flip here, which detaches this. And then I'll use armor to play X Gene, so I have that in play. All right, over here, do I have anything from this form? I don't think so. I was Stealth Strike. I have a Mutant Education. Choose up to 2 identity-specific cards in my discard pile and shuffle them into my deck. Okay. Well, let's do that. Natural Agility seems good. And I guess a Creole Charmer. Then if you have the X Mansion, draw a card. Okay, that card is ridiculous. Yeah, I know I feel bad getting rid of those cards, but I don't think it's going to be a major issue. But wow, that is some crazy good defense. All right, we will flip up. And we will play... We'll use molecular acceleration to play a royal flush. So we're going to add a counter, and then we're going to spend up to 3 counters, right? Throw the card, +1 damage. So this one says, place a charge counter on Gambit, so I now have 5. Then deal 0 damage to an enemy, deal 0 damage. Well, that's terrible. Why do I want to deal... Oh, because I can make it 3, 3, and 3. Sorry, I knew. So it's going to be 9. So he's going to go to 11. Well, there's some damage. And then I have a Stealth Strike, which I currently don't need, but I'll probably just hold it. We didn't get rid of a lot of threat, so we're probably letting that pop. So I was probably being dumb, but that's okay. Cannonball will punch for 2. Oh, I can defend there, though, huh? And what makes her stalwart? If I attach that, so I can just do that next turn. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, I got this little heater on, and it's not cold. Like in the attic. All right. Energy transfer. Attach touch to a character other than Rogue and deal 2 damage to that character. Heal 2 damage from her and ready her. You gain each of the character's traits until the end of the round. Well, there you go. Gambit. Moira McTaggart. After a mutant changes into hero form, exhaust it, and the hero's controller draws a card. And that can just be for anybody? My goodness. I need to do another all X-Men game. All X-Men, get all this stuff. Oh, that'd be so fun. Con of Heroes, somebody do it. All X-Men, get around the table. All these cards, when you play them, just put them in the center of the table. This is anybody's. Who wants it? X-Mansion, X-Jet, Moira McTaggart, get all this stuff in the center of the table. Danger Room, anybody can use it. Love it. What amazing cooperation they have done. Okay, Dazzler, charged card. Deal 4 damage to an enemy for this deck if Gambit's ability removes a certain number. So it can be range, piercing, and overkill. Well, I mean, that makes sense. That sounds like those exploding cards that he throws. All right, we're adding 3 threat here. We're going to let that main scheme pop, I think. Then he is going to... Well, maybe not, actually. He's going to scheme here for 2. Plus 2 is 4, but yes. So that'll go to 10. It's going to pop, and the first player takes a card, puts it face down under here. What's it going to be? All right, and then attacking here, Gambit will defend. I have to take no damage, though, huh? Well, that may not happen. All right. +1 is 3, so I take no damage, exhaust this, ready this. Nice. All right, and then we get cards. Energy Barrier is going to Surge, because there's no minions out. And then a Guild Assassin is going to Quick Strike, but I am not in that form. After it attacks and defeats a character, place a threat on the main scheme. And then I get a Sentinel Mark 6, which is going to Quick Strike me for 2. All right, past Jubilee over here. So now we got 2 enemies to deal with, huh? But this one's pretty easy. We also have this Stealth Strike. And I wish I had an extra resource. Alright, so Stealth Strike, if I punch, could take him out, and then I could spend Dazzler, so that'll work. Alright, so we will we will punch here for 2. Then we will Stealth Strike the Sentinel Mark 6. So it's one of my favorite cards. It's a reprint with a new art on it. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. If that attack is defeated by this attack, remove 2 threat from a scheme. So we will deal 4 damage. That defeats it, so we'll remove 2 threat from here. We'll have Cannonball take out this Guild Assassin. Not lose any, or not take any consequential, and then we'll play Dazzler, sadly. After Dazzler enters play, confuse an enemy, but we can't confuse the Sentinel because it is Stalwart. So we will use this for Jubilee to deal 2 damage here. Not too shabby. All right. Then we'll come over here, and we don't need to heal, so we will flip up to here. And, oh, wait, we want to play Moira. So when we flip up, we get to draw a card, which is our X gene. And then max 1 per player. Okay. So then we want to attach touch to a character. So we're going to attach this to Gambit as its own ability, which makes us stalwart. So we get rid of stunned. Then we're going to thwart for 2, get rid of the Assassin's Guild. And then we're going to play energy transfer using X gene and X gene. That's going to leave us with a lot of cards in our hand. So let's wait. Before we do that, we're going to play Superpower Adaptation. I paid for this card already. If touch is attached to a friendly character, search its owner's discard pile for an event that belongs to the same classification as that character. Identity, specific, aspect, or basic. Add that card to your hand. So we're going to add one of his cards to our hand. It's not super useful. Oh, what if we took the molecular acceleration? No, then we could play Gambit, who we can't play, huh? Well, I guess we could just take it to take it. I can't play Royal Flush, nor does it make sense. So I'm just going to take the molecular acceleration into my hand, I guess. We'll run with it. All right. Then we paid for energy transfer, so we're going to attach it to a character other than Rogue. Deal 2 damage to that character. Heal 2 from Rogue. And ready. Wow, she's got some really crazy powerful cards. And she is a Sentinel. Haha! All right, and then we'll punch for 2. Down to 3. Rocking and a-rolling. Man, this game is so fun. We will take 2 cards here. Gambit will draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't flip down this time. Now that I have this defend card, I should be pretty good. Hit and run. So that's a new version of the card from Gamora's kit. Oh, thank you, Brombe. Good luck to you. Have a good work day. Everybody else, thank you as well. I imagine you're getting ready for your day. Wow, there's a lot of people here. Maybe I'll have to play another game. Okay, so... Yep. We're going on to this turn here. So we only add 2 threat. And then the Sentinel is going to come here because I have Jubilee over here. So is attacking for 3. I will defend. Let's see. Hold on. If Rogue defends, we deal a damage. Not today. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. I don't think I need to do that. I think I'm good. All right. 2 plus 2 is 4. Fully defended. Ready. Superpower adaptation can only snag events, unfortunately. Ah, that does make more sense. Let me read it again. Identity specific event. Thank you so much. It did seem good, even though I wasn't getting something else I wanted. So we'll take the Creole Charmer. Because I don't think I can use the Royal Flush. I don't really think I even want the card, to tell the truth. But we'll just go with it. All right. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. All right, and then we're getting attacked here. We will defend. When your hero defends. Yep, so we'll play Not Today using our Gambit ally. Not today! So we'll defend for 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. So if I take no damage, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Done. Retaliate 1, because touched is attached to the villain. And unflappable to draw a defensive energy. Man. All right. Sounds good. All right, and then we each get cards. 1 is a Sentinel Mark 6, which will attack for 2. Actually, I could just defend that. Nah, we'll figure it out. And then an Energy Barrier, which will attach to this, give it +2 attack, and a tough status card. Well, I think I know what will help here. We're actually going to go to Gambit's hand first, because we've got a little card called Charged Card. We're going to add one to this. We're going to use these 2 hit and runs. Actually, we'll use a breaking and entering and a hit and run, and we're going to play Charged Card. Deal 4 damage to an enemy, and we're going to use Gambit's thing to pump it up. So it's going to be 7 damage. If we use 1 counter, it's range, so we don't take retaliate. The round, this goes here. It's also going to gain piercing, and it's also going to gain overkill. Does this give it additional health? Nope. So we're going to pierce this. We're going to deal 7 damage, which is 6. +1 is 7. Done. Have a nice day. Well done, Gambit. All right, and then defeats a minion. All right, and then not your turn. Then we'll come over here. We could put touched there, but we probably play this Judica skill. So when you defend against an enemy attack, remove 1 from here, and they get -2 to their attack. That's pretty strong. And then we will use the Creole Charmer, we don't need that right now, to have Jubilee attack for 2, which will defeat the Sentinel and flip it to this side. Oh, you know what? It's not Stalwart. I forgot this one goes nothing steady then Stalwart. I'm so used to playing on Expert, and I was thinking it's Stalwart the whole way through, but it's not. All right. Well, there we go. And then we're going to go to 18 per player, which is 36. And we're going to search the deck and discard pile. Actually, you know what? When that first one got removed, where did it go? Oh, it's right here. This should have been removed from the game, right? No? Player defeats this union takes 1 round, says I get puts into play under their control. Okay. So we'll put this one into play and then deal the other player. Hinder 2, it should have had 6 on it. Oh no. That was my bad, everybody. I'm sorry. Well, we'll put 6 on it, and we'll at least put another 2 on the main scheme. I missed that was Hinder 2. I thought it was Hinder 1. All right. That is done. Are we flipping down? Do we have any reason to flip down? Draw more cards. Threat isn't an issue. Are all things here? Yeah, I knew people were saying that. Spartan, they were saying how somebody made a whole document. It's like a whole spreadsheet about every hero and how she can line up with them and villain encounter. It's quite impressive on the Discord. And they were saying how Gambit really isn't a character that she works well with. Ironically, they came out together, but there's never really been a lot of synergy with the 2 heroes coming, like, you know, even the cards, the team-up cards, you know, and whatnot are trickier, so. C'est la vie. All right. I don't know if that's true. I feel like what I said is actually probably false. So we can attach this to something, and it doesn't matter. We can be Stalwart. One of us can flip down. I guess he can flip down and just get rid of threat, right? So she'll stay up. And then I'm just going to play Thieves Guild here with Hit and Run. After you resolve your Thief Extraordinary ability, exhaust Thieves Guild, remove 1 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, draw a card, man. Okay. So we'll do our ability here to remove threat. 2 cards. I should just read it. Exhaust him, look at the top 2 cards of the deck, discard one of those cards. Got it. So this one is going to make me exhaust. So we'll get rid of this one with 1 and a boost. Then we know we're going to have a 1. So we're going to get rid of 1 threat, and then we're going to use Thieves' Guild to get rid of another threat. And that will be 2 off of that one. And Cannonball is going to do nothing. All right. Let's draw back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. And Remy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? I like trying to talk like the characters and everything. And the southern one isn't too bad. I can do that pretty easily, honey. But that Creole, man, that French Creole, that's hard for me to do. I can't do that Gambit one. I was listening to him last night. I couldn't do it. So I'm going to work on it and see if I can pull it off, but I'm not going to try. It sounds very Irish when I do it. It's not good, so how dare I make a mistake? It's true. All right. I know it's perfection or get out. End stream. Boop. All right, we're adding 2 threat here to go to 4. There's a lot of people. Thanks for joining me, everybody. If you got any questions or other things or want to know stuff or you're picking up your Rogue and Gambit or I don't know what, let me know. This is exciting. All right, attacking here for 3. We can make it -2 and play Not Today. That seems key. All right, so we will play Not Today. We'll defend for 4 and give the Sentinel -2. So it only attacks for 1. When we spend this, we draw a card. It's another Judica skill. Excuse me. Yeah, it's nuts. Oh, did I never attach this to anybody? So it should be here. All right. Attacks for 1, +1 is 2. We defend for 4. So we remove 2 threat from a scheme. Trigger Retaliate. Tough comes off. Trigger Unflappable. Draw a Southern Cross. Protection has just gotten out of control good, man. It's just so good. Schemes for 2. 2 + 3. Whoa! It's 5. Yikes, that came out of nowhere. 1, 2. All right, we got another Abduction Protocols. All right, we got a lot of threat to remove now, huh? So that's going to get 6 on it. How did I miss that? What? Okay. It's a game. The game is afoot. And a Sentinel Mark III comes with toughness, and we search and give it energy barrier. Hey! Why not make the game fun, right? Past Jubilee. All right, we got to get rid of some threat here. So we have our Mutant Education to shuffle cards back in. We have a lot of those. I don't know how much shuffling back in we need, although here's the X Mansion so we could draw cards, which is what we are going to need to do. So we're going to take our Natural Agility and our Operative Skill and put the X Mansion out. We will then use the X Mansion to heal Remy. We'll play 2 Mutant Educations. I guess I technically have to play them one at a time. So we will shuffle Charged Card and Creole Charmer back in. And then we're going to shuffle Molecular Acceleration and Royal Flush back in. So all these are going in here. We draw 2. I'm probably supposed to put 2 in and then draw 1 and put 2 in and draw 1. I'm not sure what odds I have changed here. All right, hit and run. So that'll work because we can play that. We can use his ability. Whew. So if we go here, we can get rid of 2. We get to draw a card. Wow. All right. So we'll use the ability here. Draw 2. If we pitch this one, We can make it +1 with this. And just deal with the 2. I don't know. Sure. All right, so we'll get rid of this one with the star, which is 0. We'll increase it by 1 with operative skill, and then we'll add 1 to it with Thieves Guild. That'll get rid of the abduction protocols. Oh, it's victory. I knew they come out. I was like, it doesn't say to remove it from the game after you defeat it, so there should be another one. Because it says victory. Whew, man, it's been a little while. I had to bug a game store to ensure they would have it in stock today. Heading back to Connecticut tomorrow. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your store and what they know, right? Okay, so we defeated that, so we get to draw another card, which is going to be Bishop. So Bishop could come in and help us thwart. We also have this hit and run, which can now thwart for 4. So we'll flip to this side. I don't have a way to deal with that enemy easily, huh? What is its health? 3? So, man, if something... Oh, when we flip, we'll draw. And it's not going to be enough. But we can deal 4 damage. Alright, so we use Jubilee to get rid of the tough. Then we play charged card to deal 4 damage, which will get rid of the Sentinel. We won't increase it. And then, shoot, does that not allow us to play either of these? So that's a bad idea, huh? Yeah, so instead, we will play hit and run with 3. So this is going to deal 2 damage. We'll use this, so it's going to remove 4 threat from a scheme. So this is going to go down to 2. This touched is back here. And then it's going to deal 2 damage to an enemy. And then we'll have Cannonball defeat the one that was here. Good, good. All right, that's all we can do. Oh, we got an ally. I thought that was all of Florida, so you got me. All right, so then we will attack and put a bomb counter on the enemy, and we'll attack for 1. And do we have anything to get rid of threat here? We got Going Rogue. All right, so instead of the bomb counter, because I have Going Rogue over here, I will have Boom Boom thwart for 1 and bring this down to 5. Then I will attach this to an ally. Cards are kind of a mess. Which gives us Aerial. And then I will use Judica skill and Unflappable to play Going Rogue, which removes 3 threat and 2 additional because of Aerial. So this is gone. And we get Richter. Richter, don't lose that number. And then I'll use Southern Cross. Oh, actually, I can use X-Gene to play my Jacket and hold my Southern Cross. While touch is attached to a friendly character, Rogue gets +1 thwart. While it's attached to an enemy character, +1 attack. Sounds good. And then Richter will thwart this abduction protocols for 1. All right, not too shabby. We cleared a lot of those, so we got there. All right, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, looks good. Drawing 3 over here. One, 2, 3. 2 charged cards and ways to play them. So we got lots of damage if we want it. No, that was supposed to go on Richter. All right. We're good. Adding 2 threat. This is going to pop and come back to 1. So the first player here is going to attach a card. We're at 2 cards. This is the die for 6 threat. Since I'm not really going to take it down, I just wanted to mark it but not worry about it, so I didn't put tokens there. All right, so now we are getting attacked here. And I don't think I have defense here or here. Spartan, you're coming back to snow, just so you know. We've had no snow the entire season, but when you return, it will snow. I think it's actually Monday into Tuesday. 3 to 6 inches, a survivable amount. All right, this should be out. We will defend for 3. That's probably not super effective, is it? I guess with 6 health it is. 3 plus 2. So we take 2, we're down to 4. Then over here, Rogue is just going to get hit. So 3 plus give the villain a tough status card. She doesn't have retaliate. She just takes the 3. All right, here we go. Deadly Touch. If touch is attached to a friendly character, deal 2 damage to that character. Discard this card. Woo. All right. Bye-bye, boom boom. Love it. That's good interaction. All right, and Adaptive Armor. Attach the villain plus 8 hit points. Yikes. That's a lot. Rogue's Jacket gives me plus 1 threat removal. All right, so first thing we're going to do here is Richter is going... Oh, well, Richter could get rid of the tough, huh? I guess I can just use Jubilee. All right, so Richter will pop the abduction protocols. That's all of them. So we get Wolfsbane, which I should have realized. We're still good on allies. Wolfsbane will attack, remove the tough here. Enemy has plus 8, so we go to 44. We're getting set up for our attack run. Down to 42. We'll spend the X gene to use Jubilee to deal 2 damage, down to 40. We will... What else do we need to do? Stun the enemy. So if I attach it to one of my own characters... Alright, so we'll attach this to Cannonball. And then we'll play Southern Cross, I guess. Actually, we can use the X gene and hold these, right? So we deal 6 damage to an enemy. And aerial's plus 2, so that's going to be 8. Plus 1 thwart, so I'll just attack for 2, down to 30. And we'll hold these ones. Are we flipping down? Sure, we'll flip down. Maybe we'll just have them both flip down. Alright, so then we'll come over here. We will add 1 to this. And we will play charged card. We gain 1. Counter, we'll spend all 3. That deals 7 with all sorts of goodies on it. Then, is Cannonball going to attack? No. We'll flip down and we'll play Creel. Oh, we don't even need that, do we? So we'll stay up. We'll play another charged card. Not gain 1 token, so it's going to deal 5 damage. Goes to 18. Flip. Can't use my ability. Heal somebody for 1. Who you going to heal? How about Cannonball? Cannonball will attack for 2, down to 16. Alright, so we may pop that main scheme, flip up, kill. We'll hold these. Getting an extra encounter card. This is the fun turn. 70, that sounds cold for Florida. Larry's down in Florida, he said it was 88. What are you doing down there? You got your sweaters? It sounds funny, but if you were 70, how many days have we been 60 this winter? Up here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also an extra encounter card. Make it interesting, right? So it's funny, yesterday I was talking to a bunch of people about Sentry, the aggression ally who gives you an extra encounter card, and how encounter cards aren't that bad. So let's see, how bad does 2 encounter cards make our final turn? Is this now unmanageable? If you want to see an incredibly brave flip to alter ego, both of us, you can check out that game Brian and I did against Nebula. I think it's the second part of the Galaxy's Most Wanted series. It was quite the ending. All right. Where did my touched card go? It's over here. Jubilee's here. It's funny, without this token, it's hard to find those. All right, we added 2. So they are scheming for 2 plus 2 is 4. And 2 plus 2 is 11. So we'll bring this down to 1. And that is a third card. 2 more, we're out. 1, 2. So let's see if these will add 2 cards. Here, targeted for elimination. No worries. Gauntlet beam. Attach the villain. They get +1 attack. Doesn't matter. A guard. Matters a little bit. And another targeted for elimination. So these ones I can flip. Yeah, I can flip up. I can't flip down. I guess that's not well defined in the rules. Up and down, right? Sorry, this well defined here. I just mean we always say flip up, flip down. 84 in North Carolina. Yeah, no, I'm obviously just teasing you a little bit there. All right. I don't think we need to remove threat. We just need to kill. We have so many lightnings if we want them. So we'll flip. And somebody gets healed. So we'll heal Cannonball. And then we need to deal damage there, huh? So we'll use this Creole Charmer with Jubilee, then Cannonball can kill this. We'll attack for 2 with Gambit. We'll gain a token. Can Royal Flush, but I can also just do these 3. Yep. So these 3 lightnings will detach the adaptive armor, dealing 8 down to 6. And then we'll use the molecular acceleration for 2, gain a token, right? And then spend 2 to make this 6 dead. Rogue doesn't even get a final turn. What does she have here? Southern Cross, so she could have dealt 6. Find an event card. Yeah, there's not a lot here, huh? She can use something like this with no counters, 2 for 4, which is fine for damage, right? She can just find the extra damage. Nice. There we go. That's those 2 heroes. They have some very powerful superhero cards. I actually think the interesting part with Gambit, too, if we're not focusing as much otherwise, was that Gambit could really be adaptive, right? I was really able to remove a lot of threat with cards, and I was able, obviously being Injustice, and I was able to deal a lot of damage when need be. So just those cards, like this is what I would love to see more of in Champions, where it says, depending on what you spend, this is what you get. So if you can't spend 3, right? Because it could have said, if you spend 3, you get range, piercing, and overkill. But it's like, well, in this scenario, I really just need range. So let me deal 5 without retaliates, and that'll be good. Or, man, that piercing is what I need. So let me spend 6, or 2, sorry. Let me deal 6 damage and piercing. Or, wow, that overkill will be amazing. Why not do it? Right? But I could figure out what I want to spend, because I could have 2 charge cards, 2 enemies with tough, get to 4 counters, 2 here, 2 there, done. So that is what we need to see more of, in my opinion, for this game, is things that say, you can do it at different levels. I think that really gives a lot of dynamic feeling to the play of the game. Cool, so I hope everybody's picking up their Gambits and their Rogues today. I feel like we got a lot of people here. So maybe I should try another one. Why is my laptop saying it's not plugged in? Maybe it's just loose? I'm pretty sure you get all 3 benefits. Let me read it. Anthony says, do you get all 3? The way I read it, you do, but I will read it word for word to you. Charged card. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. For this attack, if Gambit's throw a card ability removed at least 1 counter, this attack gains ranged. 2 counters, this attack also gains piercing. It says also, so it's pretty clear. 3 counters, this attack also gains overkill. Yeah, they did a good job. They worded it really well to make that clear. It says at least and it says also. All right. Packs tomorrow from Team Covenant. And his defense card is really good. What was his defense card? Oh, natural agility. Yeah, did it give me one and ready me? No. But it's free, which is nice, right? I think that's the part that people are really liking with defense cards. The cheaper they can get them, the more useful they feel. Yeah, I did not get to play her Southern Belle one. That could have been really good. And whatnot, huh? All right, give me 1 second because... Oh, wait, is it now saying it's plugged in? Okay. My laptop became unplugged and I was afraid it would go there. Trying to think. Building 2 decks is going to be a lot. But we could adapt them a little bit and fight something else because we got a lot of people here. And I hate leaving on this exciting morning, so let's see what else we can do. All right, let's get our cards out of here. How about we'll do the what's the other one? The mansion attack. That one's super fun, right? Everybody say yes. Yes, Brandt. Super fun. Yes, yes. All right, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's our shadows card. See, shadows past turn 1, no issues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, what did we lose? We lost Judica Skill, a Royal Flush, and a Preemptive Strike. All right. You know, I'm just not down for 0 tolerance anymore these days. Operation 0 tolerance. All right, so let's do the mansion attack. What should we shuffle in instead of... What's her name? Instead of Mystique... Oh, we'll shuffle in one from here. They've got 2 new ones somewhere, right? We've got Exodus. And what is this one called? Reavers. Let's just shuffle them both in. It'll be a little boring without the other minions, but let's do it. Okay. I'm always tempted to play Mojo. That one is super fun. Magneto. Uh-oh, I don't think it's in this box. Do I have to use the Brotherhood? It seems more thematic and interesting that way. Stacked all this stuff on top of my box. So I was like, I don't have to go in there. I'm going in. Somebody remind me to put it back on the table. I like to flip up. I feel like it's better for talking to people like this. But I will forget. Oh, and we'll have fun. We'll put long shot in. Always fun, right? All right. So on this one, Brotherhood, what does it say? It requires me to put in the Brotherhood. Why does it matter? It doesn't matter. Rules were made to be broken, right, everybody? All right. We're going to do it. We're going to break the rules, not put the Brotherhood in, and instead we're going to put these two modulars. Because one is Mystique, the other is Brotherhood, but we're going to put Exodus and the Reavers in and see. But we'll also throw a long shot in there in case I've given myself a death sentence. And we'll shuffle these up. I'm shuffling. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm shuffling. I'm not looking. And the top one is going to be Toad. Toad Mibuki. All right. So he's coming in with 26 and tough because this whole stinking campaign is tough, 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 tough. All right. We don't have Jubilee and Cannonball. Those should go in the other one. Where did I put that one? I do not know. Ooh, give me 1 second. Okay. That was my wife. She's the one who gets the I will read your message when I'm on stream rule. This one was not relevant. Oh no, I threw my die on the ground. All right. Extra cards in here as well. Ooh, let's see what people said here. Wow. Okay. He readies with the staff. Armor allows you to ready. Yes or Ronin. Well, what's the yes or Ronin? Mojo with precons. Super fun. Yes. I don't know what I said. As long as you don't start with Pyro against Kitty and Colossus. Okay. I think everybody's saying yes, rules were made to be broken. That's what I'm going to assume you're saying. I sometimes forget what I say. All right, we've got X-Men Instruction. This one lets us choose X-Men, 2 X-Men allies in our discard pile and shuffle them into our deck. If X-Mansion is in play, draw a card. Amazing. War Room is after an ally attacks and defeats a minion, exhaust War Room, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Okay, pretty good in aggression, too. Threat removal. And then Med Lab is after an ally is defeated by consequential damage, exhaust Med Lab, place it here. You can only have 1 ally here, and then you can exhaust it in Alter Ego and put the ally into play as if it was from your hand, exhausted. So you can put Iron Hearts and White Tigers and all sorts of things like that to recur them. Because if there's one thing that leadership needed, it was ally recursion. Because I was sitting here thinking, man, how am I going to get through this? All right, we're going to remove this first one. We're each going to get a face down encounter card. And then we are going to advance to this one, which will be each character gains steady. Steady. Nice. Yeah, I know this is one of people's favorites. The only thing I wish for this one, I say it all the time, is I wish there was a way to rifle through it. Like, I want to feel like I'm crashing through the mansion. Either they pull me into another room, or I pull them into another room, and I get to choose where. I feel like that would have been a lot of fun. Almost kind of like the weather deck. If I had had some options of that nature. I think it would have been neat. Instead of everything just randomly happening to me. I mean, they attack where they want to attack, so I get it. And this is a lot more controlled and easier. But it would have been fun if some of these side schemes said, change the location, or randomly select another location and go there. You know, move the threat from the active one to that one, or add 2 threat when you do. Or decrease 2 if it's a bonus for you, you know. All right, we got to defeat 2 villains to defeat this one. I like this one better on standard just because of that. I mean, defeating 3 is fine, but it's like by the time you defeat 2, you can usually defeat 3. All right, we'll go with the precons again here a little bit. Oh, that's a good one, too. I like that, Chris. Yeah, when you defeat one of them, it also changes the location. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got an X gene. That's ridiculous to start with. We're going to keep this Bulletproof Bell because then we won't have to discard a random card there. There is not a lot of threat to worry about this one. We could draw a card by being Stalwart. could confuse him. And Beauty and the Thief, huh? Okay, so we'll get rid of these three and see if we can find some doubles. 1, 2, 3. We cannot, is the answer to that question. All right. Over here, we're drawing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We also need an encounter card each. All right, we can shuffle all sorts of cards back into our deck. Hey, boom, boom. Okay, that's just not helpful at the moment, huh? Those are fun, but not needed, so let's go here. All right, now we can get Bishop out and see what we can do with Bishop. So we've got options, kids. All right, we are going to flip up. If I attach touch there, I don't get anything, huh? Energy transfer lets us heal and ready. That's not great. Oh, nope, nope, nope. We never flipped up. What are we talking about? We used superpower adaptation to play X-Gene. And then, oh no, we'd have to lose one of these, huh? When do I draw a card? What is the thing that let me draw a card? It was that one? All right, so we can attach this to somebody. We can play Beauty and the Thief. We can play this energy transfer. So if I attach it to him, I gain Stalwart. All right, so I'll punch, get rid of the tough. Then I'll use Beauty and the Thief and X-Gene to play energy transfer. Move it here, deal 2 damage, ready. And then I will deal 2 more. And heal 2. And we'll go with that. We'll play the Bulletproof Bell for defense. Can double block, right? All right, we've got Bishop here. We've got a hit and run. All sorts of things. We could probably just flip, deal damage. I guess I could control the deck a little bit. Let's get Bishop into play. So we'll play Molecular Acceleration and Rogue to play Bishop. That's 3. Gives us a counter. We'll also use our own action to get a counter. And we'll use these 2 to play Operative Skill. So we can have a little threat control. And then he'll remove 2 threat. And I will punch for 2 with Gambit. All right, there we go. Now we can see Bishop in play. I'll try to do that this time. I'll try to favor playing some of the cards I haven't played, like this Bulletproof Bell, which I could actually... Oh, Identity Specific. That's going to be hard to remember. Although I did it last turn. I can do it. Yeah, exactly. The Loki mechanic. Yeah, no, I think that would be neat. I mean, I guess it's a little weird to say they're smashing through wherever, but... All right, we got all the threat removal we want. So that's good. So we're adding 2 to this. It's steady, that's right. You know what? I'm just going to take the 10 seconds to sort all these. Move damage up here. Move threat down here. Tokens in the middle. Threat, damage, 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 threat. Find things way faster then, right? Yeah, all right, there we go. Now we got everything ready to go. Cool. All right, so we added 2 threat. Toad is attacking here. One enemy with touch attached to it. Ooh, okay. Attacks, prevent all that damage from that attack, and gain a tough status card. When an enemy attacks. So I think I play this prior. So I play this now. Because I played this, I get to draw a card, which is Judica Skill. prevent all that damage, and gain a tough status card. Cool, so we'll do that. He attacks for, if the villain is blob, give an additional boost card for this activation. Attacks for 3, I take no damage, I don't even remove the tough, and then retaliate 1 because it's on him, he's down to 19. That card is bonkers good. Alright, when Bishop attacks, after an enemy attacks you, so we kind of want to let him attack there, huh? I could defend for 3, she can defend and retaliate. But we want to see Bishop do Bishop's thing, so we'll try here. +2. So I take 1, Bishop gets a counter, so Bishop gets +2 on their attack, on his attack when I remove counters. And I lose a breaking and entering, so a little less threat control. Alright, and then we get these cards. Exodus comes into play. Retaliate. Villainous. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Psionic Shield attachment and attach it. Okay, Psionic Shield. Oh, right on the bottom. Shuffle. Attach to a minion, otherwise it gains Surge. When attached minion would leave play, instead heal all damage from that minion and put it back into play, then discard this attachment. Well, there you go. Something fun to deal with. And Pyromaniac. Pyro activates against you. If he's not in play, search for the Pyro minion and reveal him. Oh, that's why I have to have them, huh? Alright, so we're going to give that one Surge. Because I didn't put the minions in. Alright, don't cheat, everybody. Advance. We're going to have to Surge those cards. 2+, you are stunned and confused. What is going on? Yikes. Alright. Yeah, that's my bad. I should have realized that was a thing, but... Alright, Surges, because there's no Pyro. Hopping Mad. Toad activates against you. Alright, I messed it up. For each of the following enemies in play, Avalanche, Blob, Toad, discard a random card from your hand. I'll just go find it and shuffle them in. Protect the students. Yeah, this is the one where you get to go get an ally, which is cool, but I'd rather it was change the room. Alright, let's find their side scheme and shuffle it in. So we stop with all this silly. We're going to Surge the whole deck otherwise. So there'll just be too many things in there, but that's not as big deal. Proxima. Wrecking Crew. I have no rhyme or reason to mine. They're just in here. Somewhere. Man, my hand got mauled that first turn. Death Strike. That's a fun one. Here they are. Pyro. Da, 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 da. Alright. We're shuffling them in, so now it's legal. We have two modulars in there, but we're just trying to see what they are, right? This is just fun. Alright, we pass this first player token. I don't think Gambit is of any help here. Get rid of this, though. So, I don't have the extra one for damage, but I can flip down. And then I can give this plus... Darn it. Alright, so Bishop gets rid of 2 on this. And then I play Creole Charmer. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Passion for Justice makes it 4, which is all I need. And I'll clear this. If I clear this, then I confuse the villain. Oh, I think before I do all that, I need to attach this here. And that makes me stalwart, correct? Yeah, so I'll get rid of this with that. And then I don't know what happens to this. I think it just stays. When this is cleared, the player defeated it, searches their deck and discard pile for an ally, and adds it to their hand. Not Rogue. Is it only Dazzler? Is that the only other one I have? Oh, I have Professor X. Perfect. Although Dazzler does the same effect. Maybe. Maybe we'll go Dazzler. Look, we said it before. We'll show off new cards. So we'll take Dazzler. She also confuses the villain, so there's that. Okay, now Rogue needs to figure out how to deal a lot of damage to that enemy. That might not be possible. Alright, so we just have armor. We may just have to deal with that for now. Energy transfer is going to heal me and ready me. Alright, so we will... Which one's going to be better? Cutica skill. Attacking for 2, so that's kind of guaranteed. Alright, we'll show off armor, because we didn't play armor yet. Right? Keep thinking that way. Alright, so armor comes into play with a tough status card. Then Rogue will hold the energy transfer. No, I'm going to hold the preemptive strike. And Rogue is going to attack. Rogue is going to remove 2 threat. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we got that Southern Cross. That could help a little bit. Man, that's a lot of health. We need something that detaches things from an enemy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 2 charged cards. Those could be helpful. We got another Creole Charmer. This can only be played in hero form, although I could still get the 2 resources, right? Okay, so we're adding 2 threat to this to go to 4. Over here, so Confused attacks Rogue. We'll just block with armor. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Loses the tough. Don't have to discard a card. Exodus is going to attack. That doesn't do anything. Okay, so 2 plus 2 is 4. This one's going to go here. Oh, I did have the preemptive strike. Do I want to do that? Can I play both of these? I cannot. Oh, that's Richter. Double? No. And I can't play any of these, so I need to not... Oh, I could still play Southern Cross. So I'll preemptive strike and put 2 damage on Exodus. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to let Exodus me out. I'm going to do the 2 here. Which means I might have had to switch it up. I might have had to have him attack me, preemptive strike, him attack armor. Sorry. It's the 2 hands. All right. Then we're getting 1 card each. So this one's going to be Brotherhood Beatdown for each of the enemies. Discard a random card. Man, rude. What is everybody up to? It's Friday. What's your weekend plans? What's your today plans? What's your Marvel Champions plans? What's your game playing plans? Ooh, we lost our threat removal there. We don't need a lot of threat removal, though. All right, and this card is Wade Cole. Teamwork, Reaver. Okay, that's not play. When in play, search discard pile for a copy of the cybernetic enhancements and attach it to Wade Cole. Look at this. All right, attached to a minion. It cannot take damage. After it attacks, discard this card. Okay. Well, that's fun. Move this here. All right. We're passing this over here. Touched comes back. So we can just gain overkill. We can't kill this one. This one doesn't matter. Are we just going face? And just figure out how to take that damage? Let's do it. We're protection. All right. So we'll spend the X gene. We're going to put the touched on the villain. Yep. And then we'll play Southern Cross with that, Iceman and Judica, so it's going to deal 6 damage. And stun Toad. Let's see if we leave these minions out here. You want to be out here, minions? We'll leave you out here. All right, then we've got these charge the cards. We've got Dazzler. Can't play both. But I can play both of these charge the cards, huh? All right, so we will flip up and not do our ability. Maybe we should do the ability. That's fine. We'll add one here. And then we will do charge the card, which adds another one. Or sorry, molecular acceleration. We'll spend 3. So that's going to deal 7 damage to Toad, bring him to 4. And then we actually don't want to defeat him, do we? So we'll use Dazzler to put the staff out. And Bishop will stay this way. Gambit will punch for 2. Bring him down to 2. All right, we'll try this. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, we got damage. We got damage galore. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need defense. We got a not today. Could work. Oh, we also have Karma. And this one's not elite. That's interesting. And Wolfsbane. Darn it. Sorry, everybody. Ooh, there's a defensive as well, huh? Okay, well, we'll add 2 threat to the main scheme. Toad is stunned. Then Toad will attack over here. And we'll defend and play not today. Draw a card. Come on, double. Nope. I was going to play Karma. So we're defending for 4. 2 plus 1 is 3. Takes a retaliate. And remove 2 threat from the scheme. Oh, excellent. You got to do awesome campaign. Ronin is super fun. And then Absorbing Man is so hard. Be prepared. I suggest checking out and building your deck for that. You're going to want ways to remove threat off the bat and get rid of Stun and Confuse. You're going to want something because it's going to slow you down real bad. But it was super fun. That was really exciting. I'm glad you're going to try it out. All right, then... Oh, these 2 didn't attack. Sorry. So he would attack for 2 plus 3. So that's going to be 5. She's down to 6. I totally should have blocked with armor. He takes 1. And then he's going to attack for 3. Yeah. I totally should attack. Block here. And then he'll hit for 3, but he can't take 1, right? No retaliate there. And then after he attacks, he removes this. My bad. And did we get cards? I don't think we did. Avalanche. And Immovable. Blob activates against you. Otherwise, search for Blob. There's a lot of minions. All right. Blob has guard, huh? So we're going to have to deal with that one. After an enemy attacks you. So that didn't happen. All right. Gambit's going to gain a counter. When an enemy attacks, deal 1 damage to that enemy. Oh, okay. So we could have flipped Toad with that, right? Deal 1. Then this would be Avalanche. So when this Avalanche flipped, Avalanche would have activated against her instead. He's got a toughness. Touched would not be there. Attacks her for 3. 4. If it's Avalanche, another boost card. 5. So now she's down to 3. And no retaliate. Alright, Avalanche goes to 30. 30 damage for the victory. Alright, Gambit gained that one. Royal Flush will gain us 1. as well. Charge the card, though, can go through. The piercing wouldn't work on that tough, though, huh? So she would have to deal with that somehow. She's got... Man, I wish I had one resource to play Karma. Alright. She doesn't get a way to draw a card. Retaliate. She is going to have to flip, huh? Alright, so this could go through. It'll actually be fine, right? So we'll use these two to play charged card. Ah, we don't gain one, though, do we? Alright, and we'll play the armor. So charge card's going to deal 6 and defeat Blob. Bishop's just going to stay there. Gambit's going to get rid of the tough. Well, honestly, we could just flip down, do the same thing we did, right? We'll flip him down. And instead of playing the armor, we'll just hold Royal Flush and charged card and go for mega damage next turn. We'll do this. We'll flip these two, and we'll put an assault on top and remove 2 threat. 3 threat. Look at that. All right, then does her touched matter? Play only if your identity. No. All right, so she will use Gambit to play Unflappable, flip down, and pitch X-Gene. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we got these doubles so we could steal Wade Cole, play the jacket, hold some defense. Over here, we're trying this plan again. Lots of doubles. A stealth strike could possibly help take somebody out. We got all the damage we really need, right? Here's a 3 and a 2 for these. 4 damage here. This will deal 2, 4, 6, 10. We're getting there. All right. Messing this up a little bit. I'm getting a little tired, I think. All right, so 3, we add 2 to here. Then Avalanche is going to scheme over here for 2 plus 0. This will just go to 5. Schemes over here for 2 plus 1 plus another boost. 2, 3. 2 plus 1 plus 2, so that's 5. That's going to go there. Villainous here for... actually, we'll add this one first for 1. And then Villainous 2. Sometimes life just works out. So that's going to go to 13 out of 14. We don't change location. Shoot! I stunned and confused, and it was steady. I got rid of mine, though, too, and I was steady. You can't solve all the problems, right? Sorry about that, everybody. All right, Hopping Mad. So we'll put Toad into play instead. I don't think I've seen Toad. It's funny how you just miss it. That's okay. This is just for the fun of showing the cards. It just gets me. It's like you know it in your head and you're thinking, don't stun and confuse on turn 1. Psionic Shield. Attach to a minion, otherwise Psionic Shield gains Surge. I don't see why I can't have it on the same minion. It doesn't say it can't be. So we're going to put it on Exodus. Just leave him. Alright, we're trying to find that 30 damage, huh? Okay. We've got this. We've got touched. We can hold these cards. Flip up. Karma. Karma is going to steal one of these two. We'll steal Toad. After you play Karma from your hand, choose a non-elite minion. While Karma is in play, take control of that minion and treat it as controlled. Its thwart is equal to its printed scheme, and it takes 2 consequential damage after it attacks or thwarts. Alright, so we'll do that. So we don't have to deal with that ability. Then We will use Not Today to play Rogue's Jacket. We'll attach Touched. I'm going to do this. We'll attach Touch to Avalanche. Toad will attack, get rid of the Tough, take 2 Consequential, and then I will attack for 3, bring him to 27. That makes no sense, right? I need to heal. So I will bring her to 6 and not deal the 3 damage. I actually think this is a good plan now that I'm doing it. We're going to hold Not Today and play the Jacket with the X Gene. Is it an event? It is an event. Darn it. All right, so we'll get rid of Not Today. Okay, then over here, we've got all that threat. We could Stealth Strike just to decrease that. But we can play both these cards, huh? So we flip up. We add a counter. Then we play Royal Flush. Royal Flush is going to give us a counter and then deal... Maybe that's the one to not play, huh? Maybe that's what I do. I hold it. So then we're going to play Stealth Strike. Stealth Strike is going to deal 4, remove 2. And then we'll play Charged Card, which doesn't give us a counter. Do we gain one this turn, though? No. But it deals 4 damage. So we'll deal 4 here and bring him to 26. Okay. I don't know if I can deal 26 damage. Oh, Gambit's got 2 more. 1, 2, 24. Come on, I need that molecular, whatchamacallit. Beauty and the Thief is going to deal 4. Royal Flush can deal some. Might not be there yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a Southern Cross. Alright. Let's see how this goes. While Karma is in play. I could also block with Toad. Okay, so we are adding 2 threat here to go to 13. Tax Gambit. It's got 8, so we'll just take it. 3, 4, 5. Go down to 3. Have to exhaust Bishop, but get a counter. Tax her over here. I have a preemptive strike. If I take no damage, so if I exhaust myself... Yep, we'll do it. So unflappable for this. Oh, I only block 2, huh? So that'll be guaranteed that I take damage there. Alright, so Toad will block 3, 4, 5. Then Karma has to exhaust, right? Toad is out. And then here, he's going to hit me for 3 plus a flip. Can't really block it. Deal damage back. While the villain attacks. I can't do it to somebody else. Okay. Oh, but I could have done it to him anyway, right? So I could have dealt the 3 to him. Then he's just going to have to attack me. Oh, no. I'm dead. Okay. I was trying to get too fancy there. If I block that, then I'd be able to play this. What would I have for damage next turn? Ah, I took the 3. He also had Retaliate, huh? This guy's nasty. So this I could have attached to an ally, and I would deal 8 damage. If I attacked, that would have been 10. Did he have damage over here? I just needed a card draw, huh? The Royal Flush would deal 9. We had 19, and he attacks 21. So we did have the damage. So we just needed to survive. What would our cards have been? Pyro was fine. Acolyte Frenzy. Each Acolyte minion engaged you activates against you. Okay, so I would have had to block with Gambit. I wouldn't have had the damage, right? Okay, so I probably was not going to get that win. I tried the double flip down, flip up, but there just wasn't enough there and whatnot. That Avalanche, I couldn't then block with Karma. That could have been the differential there. But yeah, I probably should have blocked with her, and then I could have just dealt with this again. All right, well, there you go, everybody. My bad. You get lucky only so many times. This thing went to 13 instead of 14. All sorts of stuff. The triple finally got me. How many triples are in there? 1. The one I drew. 2. Well, there you go. 3. Oh, there was one on them. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so my odds were not super good. All right, there you go, everybody. Gambit and Rogue. Hope you get a chance to pick them up and play them as well. I think their superhero cards are very strong. As far as being a pair, I don't know that they go well together, other than the Beauty and the Thief card, obviously. But obviously there's the everybody's excited for Gambit, that you can build him to play an alter ego, which is something that I think I would have had fun doing, but we'll try to do that at some point here as well, and whatnot. I wasn't sure about, having not thought about it, what to build here on camera. And Rogue, man, she's really got that protection. I mean, that bulletproof bell just makes me want to throw Jocasta in there and just go to town. So that's super duper good. Yeah, what else could she do here? It's really who you pair her up with more than her aspect, I think, right? I mean, you could put her in aggression to get some punch out of these cards that she has. We didn't get to play the Gambit and Rogue allies. Gambit plays with charge counters. When he attacks, remove a charge counter, deal damage to an enemy. 2/2. Yeah, it's hot. We didn't get to use Iceman to freeze up minions. Imagine Iceman and Hawkeye coming in and just locking down minions in some of those minion heavy scenarios. Be pretty cool. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Yeah, oh, I totally agree. They're never the best for sure, but I don't actually know that was the pre-con that kept me from doing what I want to do. I mean, these hit and runs were a little expensive to be able to play. I think they were a little tricky. These mutant educations weren't helpful early on. Probably some double yellows would have helped here. 3 operative skills is too much, but I don't know what I was looking for particularly. Maybe a little, I don't know. I had damage cards, I just didn't have the resources to play them. I guess that's what it is, right? I didn't have an X-Jet or an Avengers Mansion to draw. Something like that probably could have been helpful. I never played Professor X. Never played Dazzler either. Maybe that was my bad. Once I got this Exodus out, I did not know what to do with this. That was rough. So there you go. But that's cool. It was the modulars, I think, that got me and whatnot. So awesome. Thanks for joining me, everybody. If you want to come back later today at 1 o'clock, I will be live with Sean O'Brien talking My Hero Academia League of Villains, because it is pre-release weekend. Thanks, everybody, for watching. My name is the Brandt. And until next time, I hope you step into the portal. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday, everybody. Gambit and Rogue are here. Woo!